morning, dear students. Welcome to digital classes, and this is your chemistry period. Dear students, as yesterday we have started our unit 6, that is thermodynamic. So in that unit, yes, already we have discussed about the most important terms that is related to thermodynamic. But before going to start today's topic, let me ask you about some of the processes that is occurring in our daily life. Like, have you seen when we are running a car for a long time, like 100 kilometer, 200 kilometer, what is happening to engine? Yes, maybe engine is going to be heat up. Second, when you are boiling anything like water, milk, tea, coffee, or any liquid, so you found that with the you are not going to direct heat or boil the liquid on gas. You need some utensil in which you can pour the liquid, and that liquid is going to be hot because of that utensil. Okay, and you found that utensil is also becoming hot, and due to that the hot utensil, first gas burner is direct in contact with utensil, then slowly utensil is going to become hot, then that utensil is going to make the liquid which is present inside the utensil, that is also hot. So like this way, slowly you will see that liquid is going to be boiled. Okay, so this is the example of a transfer of heat. In all these cases, the heat transfer is there. One more example I am going to take: when you are sitting in a winter in your room, you are feeling very cozy, and at that time, otherwise you will sit in front of heater, gas heater or electric heater, otherwise you will sit in front of tandoor. So what is happening, that that oven or tandoor that is kept in the center of your room centralize the temperature of whole room or whole environment. Okay, because tandoor or oven is in the center of the your room and you are sitting in the far away, but slowly that transfer of heat, that heat which is transferring from the tandoor to whole room, that is kind of heat transfer. So in all these cases, what is the basic science? The basic science is the transformation of heat. Okay, and the transfer of heat from one place to another is known as thermodynamic. So thermal word come from heat and dynamic mean flow or motion. So that is going to be a study. We are going to study this in particular, this unit. And what is the processes? Now this is a very small topic, that is thermodynamic, but there are lots of derivations, lots of numericals, lots of definitions that we are going to study. So I wish that you will do self-study also, and you will try to understand all the concept in better way. Okay, so let's start thermodynamic with the help of this presentation. So let's start today's topic, that is thermodynamic and its laws. Welcome dear students to these digital classes. Hope so you are enjoying nowadays these digital classes. So let's start with the positive mindset. As usual, always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow's fresh opportunity to make it better. Yes, it is very true. Don't worry about today's situation. Always end the day with a positive thought. Dear students, the positive thought has a great potential, great magic, I can say. If you start thinking positive, you will start positively, and your behavior will become positive. No matter how hard things were, how much it was difficult days nowadays, how was your past, but definitely tomorrow is a fresh opportunity to make your past better. So synopsis mean objectives that we are going to achieve in this topic. Introduction of thermodynamic, we will discuss definition of thermodynamic, basic terms used in classical chemical thermodynamic, internal energy, laws of thermodynamic, then difference between first and second law of thermodynamic, free energy or gives energy, energy crisis in nature, conclusion or references. So thermodynamic is basically what it is. The word comes from thermal and dynamic. It is in Greek. Thermal mean heat, dynamic mean power, and we will introduce the word thermodynamic means study of flow of heat. So definition become the branch of physical chemistry which deal with the energy changes accompanying by chemical reaction. So dear student, the definition becomes the branch of physical chemistry which deal with the energy changes accompanying a chemical reaction, in which it is coined by, thermodynamic term is coined by Thomas Joule. Okay, so next is chemical thermodynamic. It's some terms are used in chemical thermodynamic, that is systems surrounding types of system, that is open system, closed system and isolated system. So there is one boundary that differentiates system from surrounding. This is the boundary that differentiates system from surrounding. Okay, system is that where we are going to study, system is that where observation is going on, where study is going on, where discovery is going on, and surrounding is all those part in the universe which is other than system. So there is a boundary which differentiates system from surrounding. No matter in or out, or no energy in or out, this is true system. So thermodynamic term system and its surrounding. System is thermodynamic refer to the part of universe in which observation is made up of. Remaining part is called surrounding. The surrounding include everything other than system. System and surrounding together constitute the universe in our daily life. Okay, so there are some physical properties of system already we have done yesterday, so I am going to recapitulate. Intensive property, extensive property. Intensive properties are all those property which is internal, temperature which is not carrying amount, pressure, viscosity, surface tension, refractive index, specific heat, density. Whereas extensive properties, mass, volume, energy, heat capacity, entropy gives energy. So we are going to study all these type of properties in this thermodynamic chapter. So there are thermodynamic processes on the basis of what thermodynamic process is working: isothermal, adiabatic, isobaric, isochoric, reversible, irreversible. Isothermal is where temperature is constant. Adiabatic is that where energy is not. Isobaric is that where pressure is constant. Isochoric where volume is constant. Reversible which reverse, irreversible which is not reversing. Okay. Then classification of system, there is open system, closed system, isolated system. That already I have told you that open system is what, where heat and matter, energy and matter both is transferring. Closed system is there where only energy is transferring. Isolated system is where neither heat nor energy is transferring. After this, okay dear student, this is a small activity that I am performing from home. Suppose today I am making tea for my family. So see, the process for making tea is very simple. We have put one utensil or fry pan on the gas stove. So you can see this gas burner is the gas which is burning, and the fire which is heating this utensil. It is very hot to touch. I can feel this, and you can see the tea which is boiling inside this utensil is not direct in contact with gas, but it is going to be prepared with the help of this utensil, and I can feel that utensil is very hot, that due to this heat which is transferring into liquid, that is making this tea to able to boil. And I can see utensil is not that much hot because it is hot from here, but it is not hot from the edges. So it means that heat is slowly transferring. If I'll keep it 15 minutes more, then maybe heat will reach here also. This process is simply known as heat transfer. Okay, and this tea is system. This tea is system. This is system here, and all the environment which is around this is called surrounding. Okay, and this is open system because you can see evaporation. When any liquid is going to evaporate, it is called open system. And if I'll keep this tea for a few minutes in the corner and not leaving without any it's a lid on it, so it's slowly that what tea will become cool. That's why it is called open system. Or you can see the second fry pan where I have boiled the milk and I kept one lid on it. It is a closed system, so the milk will remain hot for a longer time than this fry pan which is open. And third is I have this pressure cooker where I have kept the lid very tightly. So it means that this is an isolated system where system is not going to allow the matter and heat to exchange. Okay, so this is a small household activity. So with the help heat and work, there is sweet relationship between heat and work. As we will increase the energy, work will done more faster. Okay, as we will increase the hot, suppose if you are making a tea, if you will take cold water, it will take more time to make prepare tea. Whether if you take hot water, it will take less time to prepare the tea. So that is called heat and work. And those systems which has their own energy, yeah, own temperature, that is called internal energy. Our internal energy of system is defined as U. This internal energy may be electrical, chemical or mechanical. The internal energy U of the system may change. Heat pass into or out of the system, then internal energy will change. Work is done on or by the system, that also at that time also delta U will change. Matter enter or leaves the system, that is also change on internal energy. So you can write delta U is equal to U2 minus U1. What is internal energy now? Suppose take a hot water in a glass, and then think, does a glass of water keeping on a table have any energy? No, because energy is not transferred from table to glass or from glass to table. No apparent energy of glass of water on a microscopic scale. Only inside the glass, the liquid, which is microscopic, kinetic energy is part of internal energy, and molecular attractive force are associated with potential energy. Okay, so energy is the internal energy, is the energy which is inside that matter. So every substance which possesses a definite amount of energy which depend upon the chemical nature, temperature, pressure and volume, this is called internal energy. Where delta E is equal to, it can be internal energy of I can say internal energy of anything, that is their surrounding, mechanical energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, muscular energy. Okay, suppose any type of energy, those all type of energy, when we are going to sum, that is called internal energy. And how we can find out the change in internal energy? That is delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. This is the change in internal energy. Okay, so now dear students, let's start. When we know all the definition, all the terms of thermodynamics, all the processes of thermodynamics, let's discuss the law of thermodynamics then. First law is zeroth law. The laws of thermodynamics can be, just wait. Okay, it is not visible, so I'm going to make it. There are basically 4 laws. Zeroth law, first law, second law and third law of thermodynamics. So one by one we will study zeroth law, first law, second law, third law of thermodynamics. So let's start with zeroth law. When a body A is in the thermal equilibrium with body B and also separated by body C, then B and C will also in thermal equilibrium with each other. That's why it is called zeroth law of thermodynamics, because it is basis on the temperature measurement. So we will understand like with this help of this. When A is thermodynamic with thermal equilibrium with B, B is thermal equilibrium with C, so it means that A and C will be also in the thermal equilibrium where there is no direct contact of A and C is there. So if two bodies are in thermal equilibrium like A, B, B, C, third body will also be the thermal equilibrium with each other. This is zeroth law. Laws of thermodynamics. For first law of thermodynamics, it is also known as law of conservation of energy. You have done it in 9th class also. It is stated by Mayer and Helmholtz in 1840, in which energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, although it can transfer from one form to another. The total amount of energy of the universe is constant. This is the first law of thermodynamics. Once again, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, although it can be transferred from one form to another only. This is the total amount of energy in the universe will remain constant. So somewhere when we will change internal energy, then it will state for the thermodynamic, first law of thermodynamics. So take state 1, in which there is some heat or energy. When we are going to apply the heat, it will decrease the pressure and bring these molecules closer to each other. It means that by increasing heat transfer, by increasing heat or temperature, the work become more faster, work done become more faster. And somewhere the supply of Q is heat energy, will decrease the speed of, will decrease the time and done the work done faster. Okay, so it means that E2 is equal to E1 plus Q plus W, and E2 minus E1 is equal to Q plus W. So it means that delta U is equal to E is equal to Q plus W. So we can understand this mathematically. E2 is what? It is second state, this state, and how much time it took, how much energy it took to give the reaction. Suppose we are going to take with the help of a reaction, A plus B will give C. But now we will see how much heat required to make AB is equal to C. That is E2 is equal to E1 plus Q plus W. It means that how much energy is changed, that will depend upon Q plus W. So delta E is equal to Q plus W, and if the work is done by the system, then delta E is equal to Q minus W. If work done by the system, if it is by the system, then Q minus W. If it is on the system, then Q plus W. Okay, so plus Q is heat absorbed by the system, minus Q is heat liberated by the system, W plus W is work done by the system, and minus W is the work done by the system. So here one important term that we need to see, that is enthalpy. Enthalpy is in simple word it is known as heat, but in thermodynamic term heat is known as enthalpy, or we will study about enthalpy and enthalpy change. So first let's understand the definition of enthalpy. Enthalpy is the amount of heat stored in a system under particular condition. Amount of heat stored in a system under particular condition, and termed as heat content of the system, where H is equal to E plus PV. Now E you know very well, it is internal energy, P is pressure, V is volume, so H is enthalpy. So enthalpy change will be delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. On constant pressure, H is HP we will write, EP we will write, BP we will write. On constant temperature pressure, heat absorption is HR, ER or BP. So when we will combine both the equation, it will become delta H reactant, H product minus H reactant, whereas delta is E product minus E reactant, whereas delta B is B product minus B reactant. Why P is not delta? Wherever this delta sign is there, no distance. First let's clear, this is referring changes. So change in heat, enthalpy, when how much change is there from product to reactant, like how much energy is gained by reactant to become product, it means that difference is known as change in enthalpy, where change in internal energy, change in volume will be there at constant pressure. So hope so you understood. Once again in next video I will take this derivation. So now try to do all these things, and let's conclude. We have done today's topic, important terms of thermodynamics we did, system surrounding boundary we understood, classification of thermodynamics we did, thermodynamic properties we did, thermodynamic processes we did, heat energy and work, internal energy we did, and laws of thermodynamics we did. Now check your progress. You have to complete all these answers in your notebook, and the last one, that activity you have to perform and you need to send it to me. Okay, so dear students, take this very seriously. Those students who are not sending me this assignment, I will mark them absent, okay, for next 3 days. So do the small activity to explain thermodynamic processes, any process in our daily life, and make 1 to 2 minutes short video and send it to me. Okay, rest of the questions just do pause and read the question, try to give the answer. So thanks for watching this video. Hope so you like this video, and now you need to take care very much about this coronavirus, as you know that some of the cases are also now identified in our own area. So till my next video, please stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep your family also healthy. So thank you, have a nice day.